Hi guys, it's Morgan from the Treasure Trove and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about a cheap Five Below find, not really quite a Dollar Tree beauty find since I didn't find it at the Dollar Tree, but it is a very affordable product, the Profusion Blush Me palette. I've talked about Profusion products before on my channel. They make these great eye palettes that I did one of my very first videos on. They're called the Color Me Glow palettes. I still use them all the time and they're still a staple in my collection. And I found them for only $1. And then when I was at Five Below recently, I saw these Profusion blush palettes that I had never seen before, and they were $2 each. So I decided to pick them up. I got this one first. This one is in the... They don't really have color names, but this is in 04 and this one is in 03. I don't know if that means that there are a 1 and 2, but these were the only two that I saw. This one is like a deep, oh yeah, just throw it. This one are like deep berry and more cool tone shades that are more blue based, like blue based pinks and like fuchsias. And this one is your more standard coral and like warm tone shades. And I am wearing this color right here today. I had to pick these up because, you know, I love the Color Me Glow palettes. Here, I'll show you them. They have like a variety of palettes that come in things like this that you can find at the dollar store regularly. These are the Color Me Glow palettes, and then they have the Gemini palettes, and they have the Twinkle Twinkle palettes. And I love the eyeshadows in this range. They also have palettes at Five Below and lots of other products at Five Below that come in packages like this, your standard cardboard packaging. And I don't like these products nearly as much as the ones that are packaged like this. I didn't have very good luck with these. I have the Bare and Smoky, and to this day on the review that I did of the Bare and Smoky palette, I get negative comments saying people think that these are great when I didn't find them as good. And don't get me wrong, this isn't a terrible palette at all, but when you compare it to these little guys, it's like comparing high-end to like really, really shitty like 80s eyeshadows. Like, you can't compare them. So when I saw that they had a blush palette that wasn't in this cardboard packaging and was in the clear packaging like this, I knew I had to try them because I knew the quality would be more similar to this. Now, let me tell you, I was not disappointed. As soon as I got home with this palette, which was $2, like I said, I swatched it right away and left the swatches on my arm for a while, and I was so impressed by the pigmentation of these. These are super, sorry if I'm blinding you with this mirror, they're super soft and buttery, and the payoff is insane. Like, look at that. Here, I'll swatch these on my arm for you and I'll show you while I'm swatching that it's not me like going over a bunch of times. So, here is my hand. Look at that. That's just one swipe, and I'll do that with this hot pink one. I just lightly tapped my finger into the pan. Like, that's crazy. Here, I'll show you. Ready? Ready for this? Barely touching my finger in the pan. One swipe. That's just crazy pigmentation. It's just out of this world. And what I really love about these palettes are that they're all matte. Like, some of them might look like they have a little bit of satin reflex to them, but on the skin they really don't at all. Like, if you see this one here in the middle in the light, it's catching a little bit of a satin like sparkle to it, but on the swatch here it doesn't transfer to the skin at all. So they're all matte shades. So I'll go ahead and swatch the rest of the colors. Here are all the swatches for the Deep Berry palette. And then here is the more the warm tone palette. And here's the warm tone palette in swatches. Here are the warm tone palette swatches, and here are them together. Now something I noticed when swatching these is I haven't had the warmer toned corally palette as long. I just got this the other day and I've only worn it once. I did notice that during the swatches they weren't as soft and as pigmented as the berry toned one, which is 04, but still, they're still really good. But if you're on the fence and don't need any more warm tones, I would definitely pick up the berry toned one, because like, look at that, like that's crazy. If you're like into some crazy like eyeshadow looks too, you could definitely use these as like hot pink eyeshadows. They would blend really well and look really nice on the eye. Now if you're unsure about whether or not that these can go on your eye, I have no idea. It doesn't say not to use them on your eye, so I would use them at your own risk. I've worn a few shades from this palette out and about. I actually took it on with me when I went to San Antonio. They stay on. It's one of the only high-end blushes I have, and it is in the color Flushed, and these stay on longer than this, which Tarte is known for having one of the longest wearing blush formulas in the industry. So that just shows you the staying power of this. The only qualm I have with this product is that in the pan they smell like old lady makeup, and I really have no other like way to describe the smell besides old lady makeup. If you're around my age, which is like your mid to late 20s or older, and you stole your mom's blush or eyeshadow when you were a kid in the 80s and 90s, you will know what I mean. It has that like distinct like old lady makeup smell. But once you put it on your face, it disappears completely. Trust me, I'm not just saying that to make this sound more positive. If that smell lingered, I would not be able to wear this blush at all. It only smells that way in the pan. It doesn't even make my brushes smell like that. So it's worth putting up with the smell just until I have it on my face, and then I can put it in my drawer and not have to smell it all day. I'm going to link Profusion's website below. Unfortunately, you can't buy these. I'll link their website down below. Even though you can't buy these, you can buy the Color Me Glow palettes on their website for $3, which is still an amazing deal for eyeshadows that rival Urban Decay shadows. Overall, if you're looking for a great blush palette, you get eight. Where did my brain go up with that number? You get 6 blushes for $2, and they are all really great individually. At first glance, you might think that they are very similar colors, but once I delved in and really looked at them and wore them, they're all different, and they all look great with different looks. So I definitely would recommend buying this even over another drugstore blush palette that has been my like holy grail for so long, and that is the e.l.f. blush palettes. I love the e.l.f. blush palettes, but you only get 4 blushes here for $6, and yes, they are great quality, but I think these are better quality, and you are getting 6 for $2. So if you have a Five Below in your area, I have seen them there for over a month now. They have their own little display where they sit like sitting straight up, and for all the other makeup there that seems to be like ranging from $4 to $5, $2 is a steal. So I would definitely give this an A+. Hope that I helped you out and helped you snag a high-end quality product for super cheap. I know that the last time I did a video like this, I did it on the Style Essentials Nude Eyes palette, which is definitely a Naked 3 by Urban Decay dupe, and that helped some of you out. I still use this every day, almost every day. It's a great palette. So I hope that this was helpful and informative, and my swatches weren't too terrible. And remember, you can find high-end quality makeup for not that expensive. So remember, stay cheap and lazy. Bye! Oh my eye. Oh, it's itching. When you have to itch your eye, but you don't want to mess up your makeup. Ah! Remember, this is an important thing. I didn't say the name of the freaking product in my video.